Welcome back. It's Your Money, and Congressman Daniel Webster wants you to know how the government is spending it. He's been holding a series of town hall meetings all across Central Florida, and he's joining us now live right now in studio to talk about that. Good morning. Thanks so much for coming. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Some of these town halls have been a little adventurous for you, I imagine. We've had some interesting people show up and sort of create a bit of a ruckus at times, but you managed to handle it all with poise and grace.
Well, it's been good. Like I've said before, there's nothing wrong with the clash of ideas. It makes good public policy. There are people, not everybody voted for me, and I understand that, and they have differences of opinion. And I think the biggest difference is this. I believe we should cut spending to balance our budget. There are others who believe we should raise taxes to balance our budget. So that's a difference, and I think what I'm hearing around the district is people want to cut spending.
You've been talking about stop the spigot of spending, because that has really been the big focus for Republicans on Capitol Hill over the last several months. Talk to me about some of the ideas that constituents are bringing to you that you have been finding helpful or useful to you.
Well, I had a fellow yesterday tell me about his bill for Medicare and how that he was charged, he was actually forced to come into another visit, and he shouldn't even had to do that because he had already been, the diagnosis or whatever had already been done, but he came in again, they charged for that, then he went back, they could have called him and told him the results were negative, and yet they called him back in, charged again. Those are the kind of things I like to hear because he's right. So there's 3 visits instead of 1. That's all that would have been necessary, and yet he wasn't billed. The government was billed.
Right.
And those are the things we're going to be looking for. We have some committees set up, oversight, where we're looking at all these programs and laying it all out on the table, no matter whether it's in defense or healthcare or education or wherever it is, we're going to find the waste.
Your town hall meetings are sort of winding down at this point. You've done several over the last several weeks. Talk to me about some of the hot spots that you're hitting, and you've been going to some places that people might say, really, he went there?
Yes, well, we started with county-wide town hall meetings, but now we've done smaller cities. We've been to Oakland, Windermere. The other night, I went to Astatula, first congressman ever to go to Astatula and meet in the Astatula town hall. I did that yesterday, and I'll be in Umatilla today.
And then tonight you're going to be in Umatilla.
Yeah.
Can folks still attend that session?
Sure.
It's not something they have to sign up for in advance?
No.
Okay.
People can come.
And are you going to be speaking? You'll start out with a speech, and then they can follow up by they can ask questions?
I present the problem and show the spending and how it's escalated, what's happening in the future, where we're going to sort of end up as a bankrupt country if we don't do something. We're borrowing $4.5 billion a day. And then open it up for questions, and people can ask questions, civil questions. No yelling, no screaming out. If you do that, you can do that outside. But inside, we're going to listen, and there will be some who object and some that don't, and we'll listen to all.
And what time are things getting started tonight?
This is in the day.
Okay,
we're going to do Umatilla today from 12 to 1.
All right, so head out this afternoon. Always great to see you, Congressman Daniel Webster. Thanks so much for stopping by to see us.
Thank you.
All right.